What is up, everyone? I'm back, and this is gonna just be a little quick video. It's not gonna be too long because, first off, I don't have much time, but also, I'm not gonna spend put any too much into these videos. As I did before. It's of course gonna be a review of the first episode of, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I may remember my reviews of WandaVision really were kind of long. I'm not gonna go in depth as much as I did with that show. I'm not gonna go and talk with exactly everything that happened, but just overall what I thought about it and some of the elements of the first episode and what happened, some of the more significant stuff, and significant scenes. But overall, first off, I'll just before I go into so spoiler warning. It's somewhat spoiler in this, so just so you know, I'm not gonna put up as sections again. I'm just gonna go through it, how I feel it, like what was the most important parts of that episode. So, but first of all, I just want to say what I generally thought is, I really enjoyed the first episode. I love how they kind of got into the backstories of Falcon and of both Sam and Bucky. They kind of went into it a little bit deeper, dove into it deeper, and you kind of got closer to who the characters, who they actually are, and like they developed them a little bit more, involved them a little bit more, and we got to know them little bit extra, and what they have been through and what they have gone like in the past, and what some of the ramifications of them, both of them being gone during those 5 years, what has happened in between then, and what kind of effect everything that happened in Infinity War and Endgame had on both of them, and also even before that with the with the Captain America, with the Winter Soldier, and also Civil War. Everything that's happened in like the last 10 or so, maybe not 10 years, but like maybe 6, 7 years or so. Even before that, like everything with Bucky, they did dive more deep into what Bucky has been through, and while he was when he was controlled by Hydra and all that, and we see that he's trying to right his wrongs, kind of, with everybody that he has hurt. Like he has a list of people that he wants to pay it back to, like trying to make up for his mistakes. And one in particular is very deep and very kind of sad as well. But I'll get to that in a minute. But he also has a lot of problems, kind of trying to cope with everything that's happened in his past, and he tries to change. He tries to become like a better new person in some way, and that's why he goes to therapy and as well, and and all that. And then I believe that later we'll see probably him and Sam together in there. But there's this woman in the therapy, like she's his therapist or whatever. And it's kind of in some cases it's kind of funny as well, because there's some kind of funny moments in that scene. But we see him kind of going off and doing righting his wrongs, and kind of like trying to with as little violence as possible, trying to make things right and not try to break the law. He's finally he's finally a more normal citizen now, so he's been cleared of it. And as long as he just of everything that's happened, as long as he just keeps straight and goes does everything good and does not break the law in any way and stuff, and he just go. At least that's what I think it is, because that's probably because of everything he's been through and everything, with the Avengers and all that. He was part of them, and they probably, some of the remaining Avengers probably backed that up, and and said that yeah, he's good, he's fine, he can he shouldn't be arrested or anything, because that wasn't him, and all that stuff, in that kind of way. And he's kind of gotten better as well, thanks to his time in Wakanda. And I'm pretty sure someone in Wakanda, maybe T'Challa or somebody, has also kind of backed that up. So it's in some cases like he's trying to turn his page right, trying to become a better person, and he's trying to do more right now, and that's why he's doing some of these kind of smaller missions and stuff like that. With doing that, um, there's one in particular that is very sad. That is when he was back in the day when it was like under control. He was, I don't know, remember exactly where it was, but it was in some other country, and there was this young man that was like doing some business trip or something, and and Bucky came in and he attacked some other people that was that was gonna try to that was probably some other bad people first off, and then he saw that guy. He was trying to go into his um into his room, and he tried to beg for him to not hurt him, but he was under control. He just took out his gun and just bam, shot him, and he killed him. And then we later get to know that this man was the son of an elderly Asian man. They're both Asian, right? Of an elderly Asian man that lives close to Bucky. Like Bucky is not trying to he's trying to be friends with him, trying to make that man feel happier now, but he gets to know, he gets to see that that's that person he killed, and he has like dreams about that moment as well. And you can see that this old man is really upset over losing his son, and it was like it really has affected him in a big negative way, and definitely affects now Bucky in a negative way as well. And he's on the fence if he wants to actually tell him that it was him who did it, and or not, and try to explain what happened. But it's like he has hard time kind of doing that, and hard time dealing with it all. So it's very interesting indeed, and they both go to this kind of little pub as well, and where they meet like a woman there that works there, about stuff whatever, and that old man sets sets Bucky up on a date with her. It was very funny, but I don't know if she's gonna be a reoccurring character or not, but she was also very interesting. They talked about it. She kind of explained everything that happened. That's where via her we get to know everything that happened, and that sense that man was the old man's son. So that's kind of what Bucky is going through. And on the other hand, we see Sam, who's during those 5 years has been gone. His nephews have grown up. We start off the episode first with him, on a mission. He's going off trying to fight some terrorist or whatever you want to call it. You see, if I can pronounce his name right, Bartrog, right? Bartrog, the Leaper, or Bartog the Leaper, something like that. I don't remember exactly how to pronounce his name, but that guy, that was in Winter Soldier, that fought Captain America on that ship, or that, what do you call it, the ferry, or whatever you want to call that ship, yeah, the battleship thing, on the sea, and in the beginning of the movie somewhat, and that's we see him. They're doing something that him and some others, some kind of terrorist group thing, and Sam is trying to stop him. He's trying to save another guy as well, and he does that. He does that like somewhat, like in the end. It's a really cool action scene with the flying and everything, and and fighting in midair and all that stuff. So, but he's in that, and then we see him go off into this other country, where it is. I don't know exactly where it is, but somewhere in the middle. It's like maybe it's somewhere in Asia, maybe it's somewhere like in the middle, somewhere in Europe. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's some other like more deserty kind of country, and and he sees this guy as well that works also with him, like in the whole organization, whatever it is, and they talk a bit, and they speak of, they have a conversation about what's happened and what's happened, and after that we see Sam. He goes home and he goes to this kind of presentation for Captain America. That's like, we don't know fully if Cap is dead or not. It's not entirely sure, because it's they kind of hint towards maybe he is, maybe not, because they don't outright say that, but it says it belonged to somebody else. So but now he's not here anymore. Like, or he's gone. So that may make you think that maybe he is dead, but they haven't really confirmed that 100%. So anything can be possible until they fully confirm that. He could still be alive. So it's not fully confirmed yet. But anyways, Sam doesn't feel like he's right for the shield. He doesn't feel like he kind of just good with the shield. So he leaves that off there, and he kind of goes off and does, like, he doesn't feel like it's good, so he leaves it there for that museum there. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's on the, maybe it is the Smithsonian, maybe it's something else, I don't know. But it's some kind of place that they display all of Captain America's kind of his suits and all that. And I like to honor him and so on. And he says like it doesn't feel right, and they, of course, the government, they kind of want him to do that. They're all happy about rubbing their hands about that. But we also see that Rhodey is there, and he's also there and taking and everything, and he speaks to Sam about all this, and like says like he doesn't feel like maybe that's the best case of scenario to do it that way, or something along those lines. You can go watch it. So they have a small conversation. But what I want to go, that's, and after that we see Sam go off and doing something. But when we're going more in deep, when they go, what they go really deep into with him is his personal life and his nephews and his sister. During those 5 years that he was gone, they grew up, and she had to do it like mostly on her own. She didn't have him for support, and they're trying to finance their late father's boat that they still have, and they don't want to sell that boat. They don't want to give that away. So they have to try to find some finances for it. And she's kind of angry because she's had it tough, and she feels like he doesn't feel like Sam should be just coming in and trying to like do everything at once, like, and try to do it in some way. She wants to do it in her own special way. She wants to, like, and they have kind of this back and forth, him and his sister, and because they both care about that, they want both, and they want to like keep it going to honor their father and all that. So they try to go for a loan in the bank or something, and we have a kind of like a small fun scene between him and the banker or whatever he is, that person there. And I don't know if it's a bank, but it's some place for shit, whatever you want to call it, some firm. But I have a kind of like a fun thing, like, I recognize you, the Falcon. He tries to like get his autograph or something, I don't know, or some stuff like that. But he says that they can't do it because the rules have changed a little bit. The circumstances have changed over the last 5 years, thanks to everybody just suddenly just blipping in again all of a sudden after they had disappeared. So they had to regulate everything and try not and how they give out money and how they give out stuff. They had to change up a lot, and obviously so he couldn't get it there. So that's a little bit more of a personal dilemma for Sam. That's kind of his personal gripe. He's trying to provide for his closest family and try to make everything good, because he's been gone and he hasn't been able to help him. Now he tries to set that right, but he's maybe not doing it in the most best direct way, maybe, at least in the eyes of his sister, So that's both of their kind of going a little bit deeper into their backstory, and that's what they are both dealing with personally in some type of way. But then you also have this terrorist organization. Can't remember the name, but I think it was something like there's like a red handprint, and they have these masks with it on. You saw that in the trailers as well. And there's some kind of group that rob places or do something in different countries, and this other guy that was him in the beginning, he kind of infiltrates them and try to find, but he ends up getting beat up, when he tries to stop them from doing some crime in whatever country that was. And um we see they're slowly starting to build up this threat coming in, but also in the same time they're also building up every character and trying to set everything up in this episode in a really good way. And that's what I'm happy about, because I'm happy, as I said in my review or my reaction, I'm happy about it all not being fully, just action all the time, and like just guns and just fighting and all that stuff. I'm happy about that because it's much better in a way, because you can take time to really get to know the characters more, get to feel and understand what they've been through in these last 5 years since Endgame, and for and like get to know how they feel at this moment, where they are at. And that's more important than just going into just punching and you know because that will leave kind of, at least it will leave me confused in some type of way. I wouldn't feel satisfied with everything. Yes, I would like action, of course. I'm not saying that's not a good thing to get action in the beginning of, so sometime in the middle, but still though we see that there's more behind it. There's more deeper meanings in here that needs to be set up, and they do that in a really good way. Especially then towards the end of the episode, in the end of the episode, we see the new Captain America being unveiled. We see the mistake, somewhat the repercussions of what Sam did in leaving the shield, Captain America's shield, like Steve's shield, to the government. We see that shield has been given to the new Captain America, the U.S. agent, as he's called it from the comics and everything. They call him the new Captain America. And he looks kind of goofy as well when he comes in and like kind of tries to smile like this, and looks, all that corporate kind of stuff going on. And we see both of them like watching that. Only I don't know if Bucky saw it, but like we saw at least one of them. We see, they see it on the TV, and like, yeah, you see that there's a new Captain America, and that's now gonna set up for the future, and like, but going forward with this, this stuff, and definitely the new episode right now out. I will need to watch it, so this is gonna be very interesting to see where they go from here, and and soon you will get other characters coming in like Baron Zemo, and Sharon Carter, and some of those other ones as well. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how they go forward with this, and how this is gonna affect both Bucky and Sam and others as well, and how they're gonna deal with, the government trying to create a new Captain America, like a Captain America, to try to be the new Phase 4, the new like icon of hope and whatever stuff like that. They just without even knowing what really Captain America meant and what he really stood for in a way. So that it's very interesting. They're always trying to set everything up in this episode, and then do it in a really good way. They're doing it in a perfect way, so you don't feel that you don't you're not left feeling unsatisfied or bored. At least I wasn't. I can understand what maybe some people would be in some cases, because there's some elements of this that people feel a little bit boring, because we dive deeper into people's like mind, and like trying to talk much talking and stuff. But I like that. I actually like that. I like that more than just constant just action, as I said before. So I'm sure there's going to be more action going forward. Definitely more cool fighting scenes, but there needs to be time for that as well, to really set up the characters, and I think they did that really good in this episode, and hopefully they will keep doing that going forward, and with other characters as well, like Zemo and like Sharon Carter. I would like to see more what they are at right at the moment, and what their personal gaining everything and their personal struggles are. We kind of know already with Zemo, but what is he trying to do this time? Like, what is his plan this time, and what is he trying to get out of it? So it's gonna be very interesting going forward to see what more they can bring out here, and what more they can do. So, but so far, this first episode really good. Loving the show, and I'm definitely gonna enjoy the rest of it. And then, of course, in June we'll have Loki as well. We won't have anything in May, which is sad, but hey, we just have to wait a little bit extra. But then we'll have in in July of also the Black Widow movie and going forward and all that stuff. Yeah, I've already posted a video on that. Go check that out if you haven't already. Talking about the little bit changed uh slate and timeline of the MCU now for this year. And sorry for my coughing. I'm feeling a little bit like during these times when change of weather and stuff like that. I always get a little bit like a cold and my allergies are starting, so it's like always in my throat is feeling bad. So that's why I've been trying not. Haven't been able to do videos as much either, because I just can't speak for long, and it's gonna be it just it's affecting me like a lot. So it's like that's the one of the reasons if you were wondering why that is the case. So yeah, but anyways, that's pretty much it for this review. I didn't go any deeper into some Easter eggs or something, but I'm sure there are some stuff in there that they bring up. They bring up some things from the past as well, and bring up some some different type of elements, some details that really connect with other things as well. But I pretty much brought up most of it, and I like how they're bringing in everything with Bucky and Sam in this way, and you can clearly see that there's a lot that's gonna be affecting them, and it's like gonna be a lot of drama, but also a lot of action and like some type of thriller-esque kind of stuff. It's like a mixture of some genres like that, but it's mostly like Captain America with Winter Soldier and some hints of Civil War and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed my little quick review. I know it's 20 minutes, but it's like much shorter. Usually the other ones that I did, they were up to like 40-50 minutes. So this is more normal. So yeah. But if you guys enjoyed this, leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and press notification bell to get notified when I post. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.